Welcome to Whispering Nights. You've arrived, and that's enough. This moment is only for you. No pressure, no expectations, just peace. Let the day fade behind you. Let the noise grow quiet. Let your thoughts settle. Take a soft breath in and a longer breath out. Again, in and out. Feel your body begin to relax. Let your feet soften. Your legs grow heavy. Your back supported. No effort needed now. No holding on. Let your shoulders drop. Let your hands rest. Let your jaw unclench. Breathe into stillness. Breathe into ease. You are safe here. You are home. If your eyes haven't closed yet, they will when they're ready. Now, just breathe and allow yourself to drift. We'll begin our story together. The night sky is unusually quiet. If you look up, past the sleeping rooftops and the pale silver moon, you might see me. A small, lonely cloud, drifting wherever the wind wants me to go. I wasn't always like this. Just hours ago, I was a drop of water, resting quietly in a still forest pond. The pine trees whispered to each other, and the sun warmed the surface. Then, before I even realized it, I was lifted into the sky, weightless, free, and curious. The first thing I remember was the feeling of being unanchored. There's something magical about leaving the ground. The world below turns into a soft, painted blur, and all the worries of humankind seem far away. So far away. I floated gently, like a traveler with no destination. Tonight, the wind carries me westward. Below me, the earth stretches like an ancient book. Dark hills, silent rivers, tiny villages curled beneath sleeping forests. In one village, a child looked out to the window, eyes wide with wonder. She pointed at me, and I wondered what she saw. To her, maybe I was just a shape in the sky. But perhaps, just perhaps, she saw more than that. Maybe she imagined I came to tell her a secret, a story whispered by the wind. I hope she sleeps with dreams of clouds. I continue to drift, over fields humming with the last songs of crickets, over forests where night creatures stir, over winding roads that disappear into the velvet dark. Sometimes I float over cities. Even at night, they are alive. Their lights flicker like scattered stars, and cars crawl like insects along glowing veins. I wonder what it must be like to live down there, always rooted to the ground, always busy always loud. Up here, there is only wind and the slow, endless breath of the earth. Sometimes, I catch my reflection in a still lake below. I look soft, blurred, almost unreal, like a thought not fully formed. I don't mind. There's freedom in having no solid shape. I can be anything. A rabbit, a ship, a feather, a face. Children point at me and laugh, giving me names I never chose. And yet, I smile inside. Because even if they don't know what I am, they see me. And being seen, even for a moment, is a kind of magic. Tonight, I feel lighter than usual. The air is cool and the stars feel like close friends. I don't know where I'll go next, but that's the best part. I don't need to know. The wind will carry me and I will follow, because that's what clouds do. We drift, we wander, we listen, we dream, and we leave behind only stories for those who dare to look up and believe in wonder. The wind changes. I can feel it curling, lifting, calling. It leads me higher, toward the mountains. The earth rises slowly beneath me until the valleys fall away and only peaks remain. Sharp ridges cut across the sky, like the bones of sleeping giants. Silent, ancient, patient beyond anything I can understand. Here, the air is colder. The stars feel closer, like they're watching, but saying nothing. I pass a cliff edge and see a lone tree standing firm against the wind. Its branches are twisted, shaped by years of storms, yet it still holds on. I admire that tree. It never asks the wind to stop. It just bends and waits. The moon rises higher now, casting silver light on snow-covered peaks. The snow glows softly, like forgotten dreams. Sometimes I wish I could stop and rest, but clouds don't land. We don't settle. We pass. Far below, I see an eagle glide silently through the canyon. It doesn't notice me. Or maybe it does, but has no reason to care. We are both creatures of the sky, but we move differently. The eagle chooses. I follow. Higher still, I rise into thin air where no birds fly, and even sound grows quiet. Here, it's just me and the hush between the stars. Do you know that silence has many shapes? Up here, it wraps around me, soft and wide, like a blanket woven from time. I wonder, do mountains dream? If they do, their dreams must be long and slow, like rivers turning stone into sand, like wind carving stories into cliffs. Maybe they dream of the sea. Maybe they remember when they were under it, long ago, before they rose to meet the clouds. I drift over a frozen lake. The surface is smooth, but cracks run through it like veins of light. Below the ice, water sleeps. Even the water knows how to wait. Everything here is slow, measured, eternal. As I pass, I let go of a few drops of myself. They fall as snowflakes, each one unique, each one a whisper. They land gently on the mountain's shoulder and vanish into silence. I don't know where they'll go. Maybe they'll melt and join a stream. Maybe they'll stay frozen for years. But for now, they rest, and that's enough. Night deepens. The stars above me burn a little brighter, but they never hurry. They never need to, and neither do I. I follow the wind, and I listen, because even in stillness, there are stories waiting to be heard, and I, a wandering cloud, carry them softly across the sky. Tonight, the sky carries me lower. Below, I see lights, not stars, but the glow of cities spreading across the earth like scattered embers. From above, they look quiet, gentle, almost peaceful. But I've hovered long enough to know better. Cities breathe, but not like forests or lakes. Their breath is hurried, restless, full of heat and motion. I drift over rooftops and between towers of glass. Through the windows, I glimpse slices of lives. A child lying awake, staring at the ceiling. A man talking to no one. A woman crying with the curtains drawn. So many people so close together and yet so alone. I wonder why that is. Why the more they build, the more distance they feel. I see streets glowing with movement. Cars flowing like red veins through the night, honking, stopping, rushing. But up here, there is no rush. Only me and the sound of my own drifting. Sometimes, when I float over a city, I wonder if anyone looks up, not to check the weather, but just to notice me, to see a cloud and feel something stir. Not everything has to mean something, but still, I wonder. I move past spires and satellite dishes, antennae reaching skyward, as if trying to catch some invisible answer. But there is no answer. Only sky and silence. I see a couple arguing in a park. They look small from here. Their anger flickers briefly, then fades behind trees. A dog howls. A train hums in the distance. A plane cuts across the stars. And I, a simple cloud, drift over it all, untouched, but not unmoved. Because even if I cannot speak, I feel. I carry 1,000 reflections in my vapor, moments I don't fully understand, but somehow remember. I float past the last edge of the city, where the lights give way to dark fields and the noise becomes hush, and I exhale, if clouds can exhale. Lighter, emptier, freer. I let the wind take me again, not forward, not backward, just onward, wherever that means. I've left the land behind. Now only the ocean breathes beneath me. Its surface shifts and rolls, silver under the moonlight, like a giant asleep and dreaming in slow motion. There are no roads here, no cities, only waves and time. I drift low, close enough to see whales surfacing, their backs breaking the stillness, their breath rising in soft clouds like mine. And I wonder if they know I'm here. Sometimes I catch my reflection in the water. It doesn't stay long. The sea erases everything, but just for a moment, I see myself, shapeless, moving, free. The night deepens, and I pass over a ship, quietly cutting through the dark. Lights glow in its windows. People sleep inside. Some dream of lost places, some dream of nothing. I want to leave something behind for them. So I release a gentle rain, not to soak, but to soothe. The drops fall softly on metal and wood, on sleeping hands and resting eyes. A lullaby, written in water. Not everyone notices, but that's okay. Not everything that heals must be seen. The stars are fading now, not because they're gone, but because morning is near. A soft blue spreads across the sky, and the ocean blushes with light. I feel myself growing thinner, lighter, as if I'm being whispered away. Maybe this is what it means to rest. Not to stop, but to dissolve into something larger. I was never meant to last. Clouds aren't memories, with a pause between them. And yet, for a little while, I wandered. I watched. I listened. I dreamed. And now, I become the wind again. Not gone, just changed.